Hi guys, Cameron here from A.M.J Metal Roofing again. I'm up on a roof that we've completed recently. I just wanted to give a rundown of the finished product on a few of our projects. A few things to note. Now this roof, when I first quoted it, had zero fall, absolutely zero. It failed in multiple locations. It was holding water. It leaked like a sieve. It wasn't too much right with the roof at all. So when I say zero, I mean it was flat. They repaired it dozens and dozens of times, threw a lot of money at it over the years, and it didn't change anything. It didn't change the fact that it was an actual design fault, and it was never gonna, no matter what you did, it was never going to hold the water out. So what we've done is we have approached it in a different sort of way. We've decided to refall it completely. So what we've done is got some custom made seal members to create the fall. So you can possibly see on this is a good example over here on that that horizontal, what we call a flashing to the end there. Now prior to us getting here, that was the roof line was at about, it was nearly with the horizon, but you can see the amount of fall we've created. So over that distance, we've increased it by nearly 300 mil over that 9 metre distance. So we've significantly increased the fall to the point where it'll never be a problem. We've used a product called Apmax, which is a lot of companies make this shape of this profile of roof, which I mean the shape. The profile is the shape it's rolled in. Now this is a high roof, it's 50 mil high. It's designed for low pitches, which is fantastic. The strength of the product itself, the thickness of the sheet is 0.48 BMT. Normal roofs are 0.42 of a millimetre base metal thickness. This is 0.48 of a millimetre. Doesn't sound a lot, but used in this application where these purlins, the purlin spacing we've used is no more than 900, which is absolutely over-engineered. This is absolutely bulletproof. You can't damage this by standing on it, which is we call foot traffic. Doesn't have any impact on it whatsoever. It's definitely here forever. The other things I'll show you are how we've gone about the wall sheeting, which everything we do is dictated by the HB 39, which is our standards. You can see here that we've got an apron flashing against the wall, and we've sheeted the wall out, so rule out any problems whatsoever, any maintenance in the future. You can see that the apron flashing moves independently of that wall sheeting. That allows for overall expansion and contraction. If you had that, what we found in the past, if you had those screws, this bottom row of screws here connected to the, or drilled through the apron flashing, the fixings fail effectively. That's what happens, and you know, this is following the standards to the letter, and the guys have done a fantastic job as far as roofing standards go. You can't really fault them. So I had some torrential downpours since we finished, and we haven't had an issue. Dry pan flashing, so this is a good example of when a penetration comes through the roof. We don't just cut the pipe and then put this rubber boot called a deck tight flashing. There's a rubber boot, it's called a deck tight. We don't just put that deck tight around and call it finished. Effectively what can happen is you have water that can back up behind the deck tight flashing. If that deck tight flashing was in the pan here, water could back up behind it, and you have water sitting there, which is going to affect the lifespan of the roof overall. So any penetrations, we dry pan. It's an industry standard thing. It goes that extra mile. Works very well as far as the durability. So you can see here we've got two side by side, two pipe penetrations side by side. Had we have not put the dry pan flashing in, I guarantee water would be sitting up behind those pipes, always putting pressure on the seal. But since that dry pan is flashing there, the water disperses quite evenly to either side of the roof or to the end. So quite a good job done by the guys. I can't really fault them. The access, this is a 4-story building. The access was difficult, but I mean, these guys have been doing on average one of these a week, and delivering this type of finished product, and all you can say is they've got it down pat. That's the beauty of the repetitive stuff, is you get better and better at it as you go along. So you can just see the overall finish. The screw lines are straight. Everything's how it should be. So anyway, thanks for tuning in.